The Highbridge Pool and Recreation Center, built in 1936, is located on the western bank of Harlem River in Washington Heights, Manhattan. It was the fifth of 11 city pools built with labor supplied by President Franklin Roosevelt's Works Progress Administration. Now temporarily transformed into a COVID testing site, the Highbridge Pool's water tower is covered for reconstruction. As we move on to the 1/4000 scale drawing, we use pixelation and opacity as tools to identify areas of the site that are more inner to the landscape to areas of the site that lie further from the innermost area of the landscape. In this map, we wanted to specifically highlight the vegetation bodies. By placing emphasis and focus on the vegetation, you can see the duality of vegetation bodies being the interior of the water body as well as the exterior of Manhattan. In this photo, we wanted to portray the inclusion of trees into the site as well as how the landscape transforms and goes uphill. For water, we can see how the two bodies of water form the exterior of the land. We can also see how the Highbridge is located west of Harlem River and how there are bridges over the river that connect Manhattan to the Bronx. In this photo, you can see the Harlem River as well as the Washington Bridge and the I-95. As for the buildings that make up Manhattan, it follows a grid system through the buildings' orthogonal organization. The organization of the buildings are also denser in the inner parts of the site while slightly sparse near the vegetal area. You can see the bridge leading into a vegetal area where buildings exist beyond it, as well as the second photo where the water tower stands above the trees, these making it easily visible.
Shown on the map here is the transition and relationship between vegetation and the site through the curved and straight pathways that encourage movement. On top, the red lines highlight the straightness of the grid system employed in urban planning. The linear formation of the buildings and pathways also unveil the enforcement of using the prescribed pathways. In this photo, we can see how linear West 173rd Street is in front of the Recreation Center. While walking down Amsterdam Avenue, the street begins to curve as it approaches the park. The curved pathways are highlighted here on the lower half of the diagram. The closer the pathways are to nature, like the vegetation or water bodies, the more likely they are to be curved. Furthermore, with the open vegetal spaces, the use of the prescribed path isn't as enforced as the pathways in Manhattan. In this photo, as we pass through the Highbridge Park, we can see the designated walkways are all curved. The pictures here show the transition of materials from the exterior-interior perspective. The entrance of the Recreation Center is covered with tinted glass embedded in the brick walls, while the metal fences surrounding the pool area allows occupants to have a glimpse of the pool's activities. Transitioning from the park to streets is a set of steep wooden stairs with metal railings, while the exterior materials for the Recreation Center are bricks.
This can be identified into different types of metamorphic rock that make up the landscape. For Manhattan Island, it is composed of inwood marble, Fordham Genesis, inferred basement rocks, and the Manhattan Formation. The inferred basement rock, as you can see in the section, is located mostly at the bottom of the landscape. As for the other types of metamorphic rock, they fold into each other and overlap. Another detail is that the upper part of the inward marble lies closer to the sea level due to being softer and being more soluble, unlike the Manhattan Formation that is hard. In regards to Highbridge Park, the rock foundation that can be seen in the park is Manhattan Formation, which is schist. It's a type of metamorphic rock that is layered, which you can see from this photo.